Walter is a big guy. Good evening. I am honored to have the opportunity to introduce and better acquaint you with our first humanitarian of the evening, Long Beach Police Chief Robert Luna. Given Robert's extensive community engagement, many of you know a bit about both the man and his background. I hope to enhance that understanding from the perspective of a guy who has worked around, with, and for Chief Luna for over 20 years, and one who is privileged to call him a friend. Robert's life in general, and his professional career in particular, are stories of success from scratch. The notion of rising above one's surroundings or pulling oneself up by one's bootstraps are certainly relevant when describing the development of our honoree. Robert was born to Roberto and Angelina Luna, who were Mexican immigrants, and his birthday was about 9 days ago, May 16th. He was born in 1966. For those of you that are counting, he just clicked 50. The Luna family lived in East LA on 5th and Ravenna in a modest 2-bedroom home. His mom was the matriarch who worked hard and raised Robert, his sister Susanna, and his brother David. Now in East LA, it probably won't surprise you to know that law enforcement is rarely a career of choice. Many residents viewed the cops as the enemy. Despite this sentiment, thanks to the classic television show Adam 12, Robert, I'm glad to see that there's some other vintage people here that remember that show. Robert knew from an early age what he wanted to do. Unlike many of us, he went on to actually do it. The Lunas moved to Santa Fe Springs when Robert was in middle school. He graduated from Santa Fe Springs High School in 1984. During those high school years, he learned the value of teamwork. He was a sprinter on the track team and a member of the varsity football team. He played both ways in football as a running back and a defensive end, and developed the physical and mental toughness needed for future success. He also recognized the need for a college education. So after high school, he enrolled in Rio Hondo Community College. One day, while sitting outside eating his lunch, he met Sergeant Mike Woodward. Mike was a tall, athletic, and muscular individual, and he looked great in a uniform. He was also African American and the perfect recruiter for the Long Beach Police Department. When he spoke with Robert, the old Adam 12 spark rekindled, and Mike encouraged Robert to join the LBPD. In August 1985, at the ripe old age of 18, he dropped out of Rio Hondo and applied to become a reserve police officer. He completed the Reserve Academy, met all the qualifications of a Level 1 reserve officer, and spent much of the next 2 years in a black and white patrol car patrolling the streets of Long Beach for nothing. That issue, by the way, came up at his swearing in when the city manager tried to go back to that original contract and pay him nothing to become the chief. In 1986, as soon as he was age eligible, he applied for and was accepted to join Recruit Class 59 and become a Long Beach police officer. Like all police officers, Robert spent the next few years as a patrol officer, but his superiors quickly recognized his potential and began encouraging him to apply for more challenging positions, which would expand his operational areas of expertise and help prepare him for the leadership positions many saw in his future. He worked on many specialized units, including the old Metro Crime Fighting Unit, K-9. He was actually a K-9 handler. He worked narcotics, where he was frequently an undercover drug seller. He worked on homicide investigations. He was on the gang detail, and he spent a number of years as a member of the SWAT team. He also worked as administrative sergeant for then Deputy Chief, the late Jerry Lance, who became the Chief of Police in Long Beach. Robert also commanded the North Patrol Division, and he was the Chief of Staff to Tony Batts when Tony was the Chief of Police. After about 5 years on the department, Robert returned to his educational pursuits, enrolling in Long Beach City College. In 1998, he earned his AA degree and transferred to Cal State Long Beach. He received his BA in vocational education in 2001 and a master's in political science in 2004. While working at LBPD, Robert met an attractive young records clerk named Salinas Alvarez. Salinas is a Puerto Rican Spitfire and is not easily impressed by cops, but Robert impressed her. In April 2000, they were married. Together, they raised a daughter, Ceci, and a son, Asher. Despite the job demands on his time, Robert vowed to have a closer relationship with his kids than he had had with his own father. The recognition of the importance of a father mentor for young people has informed many of the policies and programs that Robert oversees as the chief of police. As he climbed the police career ladder, his family mirrored his ascent. Salinas has achieved success in the local office of a federal law enforcement agency. Ceci graduated from UC Berkeley and has just completed law school at Cornell, where she graduated about a week and a half ago. And yeah, that's worth a round of applause. You'll see her in a minute. More importantly, for all you parents in the audience, she has a job after college. And Asher is in the Poly PACE program and is following in his father's footsteps as a member of the Poly High freshman football team. The only unexplained glitch is that Asher still wants to be a fireman. Go figure. Having observed Robert for over 2 decades, I've been impressed by his sincerity, his morals, honesty, compassion, and unparalleled work ethic. He instinctively knows the right thing to do and then does it for the right reasons. He is a man of quiet faith who genuinely wants to help his fellow man. This award is fitting not because he is a well-liked police chief, but because his actions are those of a true humanitarian. He cares about everyone, especially those less fortunate. He supports programs designed to help those folks, as demonstrated by his involvement with the Long Beach Rescue Mission, BLAST, My Brother's Keeper, and countless other organizations in town. His frequent lament is that there are so many good activities and so little time to spread himself around to them. Robert Luna is a role model for all young people, especially young men of color. His story is one that could happen to anyone if they can develop some solid values and are willing to work hard to achieve success. Living as that model every day throughout Long Beach is why Robert Guzman Luna is being honored by CCEJ with the Humanitarian Award. Now, if you have been observant, you probably know that Robert is not here tonight. And he is not stiffing CCEJ because he doesn't value this award. If you've been watching the newspapers and 60 Minutes and some of the other news shows, you're probably aware that across the country, we are experiencing an unprecedented surge in violent crime. Homicides in many of the cities in this country are up double, maybe even triple digits. Robert is a member of the Major City Chiefs Association. It's a group of police chiefs and sheriffs from across the United States and Canada in the 68 largest cities in both countries. And they are having an emergency meeting in New York City to discuss this violent crime increase and discuss the best tactics, the best practices across the country to deal with those issues. He would very much like to have been here this evening, but I think you'll all agree that he's, again, doing the humanitarian thing and serving a higher purpose for all of us. If you'd now take a look at a video that Chief Luna prepared. Accepting the award on behalf of their dad are Ceci and Asher.
Yeah. So you guys have heard a lot from Braden and the video from my dad. But I just want to say that I'm really thankful to be here accepting the award on his behalf, mostly because I can say something that he's too humble to share with you all. And that's that he thinks about the community all the time, whether it be when he comes home or on the plane. I know he likes to read books and take notes about how to make the community better. Long Beach is always on his mind, and he's striving to make it better for everyone. So on behalf of him, I want to say thank you. So thank you.